Hi guys, welcome to Chakra Sessions. I'm your host, Polly Jo Labbé, and would love if you guys could let me know if you're seeing me and hearing me, because there were some difficulties earlier on with Neshi's broadcast. So if you are able to let me know if you can see me and hear me, that would really great. Because I guess we had some difficulty earlier. Good morning, Rob. That's all right. It's another archives day. You can always catch me. Hello, Robin. I'm hoping you guys are hearing me and seeing me. Hi, Robin. And Margaret. Yes, Neshi, you can see me and hear me. Woohoo! So whatever was glitchy for Neshi this morning, not affecting me, so I'll take it. I put a special prayer out before we started to make sure that happened. So welcome to Chakra Sessions. Margaret's saying she has no picture, but other people are seeing me just fine, so you might need to refresh. Margaret. Hi, Stephanie. Nice to see you. Glad you're here with us today. So today's Chakra Sessions is all about forgiveness. I was noticing with my clients and with my students, there has been a lot of heart energy going on for people. And sometimes that is grief, and sometimes that's old disappointment. But lots of times there's, we've had these times when we've sort of been out of sync with somebody else and created kind of a mess in our relationship. And either we need to forgive ourselves for getting caught up in that drama, getting caught in that energy, or that trauma, whatever it might be, or maybe we need to forgive the other person, because we can only make assumptions based on our own experience, what's going on with that other person. So, all right. So Neshi is saying we had major storms there last night, and that might be affecting their internet. Yes, we are just hot. I know other people are like, oh, it feels like fall. It does not feel like fall today here. It feels like old-fashioned August weather. Hot, humid. All the heat indexes are out, telling elderly and small children to stay inside, because we are just having a little bit of a squelcher. That's why my hair is up, because I couldn't take it down. There was no amount of air conditioning that was going to make that feel better. So you're hot where you are too, Margaret? Yeah, it is still quite summer, and I'm glad, because on Sunday I go away for almost a week for vacation, and I'm going to be at the beach, and I just want some water and some sunshine, because that kind of fills me up and keeps me going as I push into the new school year, because I do have a school year just like anybody else. Here with Trinity School of Mystical Energy Healing. We start up on September 15th, so we are getting ready to go. So I'm going to take a little vacation ahead of time so I can, ground myself and release any stress I may be carrying, so I'm like in the mood and ready to go for school. So if you guys could help out by liking and sharing this broadcast, it allows it to show up in your news feed. And that's how Facebook works its algorithms. The more we like something or comment or share, the more often it appears. And that allows us to reach other people who might be in need of some healing, because that's what this show is all about. That is my mission, is to heal the healers. And to do that, it's my job to teach you some strategies on how to heal yourself, because you're the only one who can do it. So today, with the topic of forgiveness, there are a lot of 12-step programs, right, that are out there that talk about forgiveness. And asking for forgiveness. And part of that is that we create all this shame and all this blame that we put on ourselves, that we put on others, and that holds our energy back in the past. When we feel like there's something that was done that, is unforgivable, then we hold on to that energy until we give the forgiveness or receive the forgiveness. But in any given situation, if you forgive yourself for the situation, then you actually don't have to forgive with the other person quite to the same degree. You can forgive them, but they don't have to forgive you. So your happiness, your love, your self-worth do not have to be impacted by other people. And that's part of what this forgiveness is about. So, so thank you for Margaret for sharing. That was great. And I saw flashes across the board in my Facebook feed, so that means Neshi was sharing too, because she shows up in my whatever you call it, those little banners that come across your computer that let you know the updates from people. So when I was planning out this show, my spiritual team, every time I go to create a broadcast, my spiritual team chooses the topic of the day. And I was curious what energy was going to occur between the day I set the show and now. And so then she said, yes, she was sharing a lot. Hi, Michelle. Glad you're with us. Glad to see you. So, because there's always something personal. It's part of my personal healing as well when we do these. So I had an incident where some old energy with my mom came up. And I didn't even know it was there. It was all her. It was something that she perceived as having happened, and I have absolutely no recollection about it. And she's been holding on to it 20-something years, okay? Maybe even close to 30. And I literally have no recollection, but she was still upset about it. So for 30 years or 25 years, however long it is, she's been holding on to this. And so I was like, I'm sorry that happened. I'm sorry you took it that way. I don't even remember it. I didn't hold on to that at all. And so on my end of it, I could do the forgiveness piece because it didn't impact me. But she held on to it for so long that it's been stewing and causing her discomfort. And, my mom had a heart attack last year, back in March. And, there was part of me that's like, how much energy was in there related to this one thing that may have caused the heart attack to happen because she had all that stuck energy. And I mean, I did energy healing on her. Those of you who know me know I sat with her and I did 17 hours straight with her. And then, ate and took a nap and then came back and did this for a few days. And then when she said something to kind of make me cranky, I knew she had to be getting better because now I wasn't worried anymore. Then I went and took a long nap and had a really good meal. But because she was holding on to that energy and it was connected to me, it was saddening for me because I would have resolved it 25 years ago had I known. So we all have times when, something gets said and it might be misinterpreted and we don't ask what people mean and we hold on to it, and then that impacts every other time we have a interaction with them, and it impacts every other conversation we have, and that person might not even know it. So if you can start with yourself and, forgive your end of a conversation, your end of an interaction, then you don't have to hold on to it, and you can keep your heart nice and healthy and nice and clear. So I know different people may have circumstances where they're like, how do I do forgiveness for this? This type of thing. And you guys are welcome to share, anything that you may have up that you feel like you would like to work through forgiveness on. And I know that's personal, so you don't have to share, but you're welcome to. But, I have an energy with my mother-in-law who passed away a number of years ago. She passed away in 2001. And I felt like I wasn't good enough for her. She didn't think I was good enough for my husband, that I wasn't a good enough mother. I wasn't a good enough wife. And it was the way I interpreted what she would say or how she would act with me. And before she passed away, I wrote her a letter saying that, I was sorry that I wasn't who she had hoped I would be, who she wanted me to be, but that I didn't want to end our relationship with that hurt still going on. And that, I had done the best that I could, and that I know that she did the best that she could raising her children, and that, she did the best that she could with my children when she was watching them and things like that. So I took the time to write that letter. And then, she had me sit down with her, and she's like, she never had felt that way. It was just that, she saw my husband as her baby. We got married kind of young. And so she was worried about her baby. And so that's how she acted, was like a worried mom about her baby. And she was sorry that she had created a situation where I felt that way. And so we had a lovely talk and a lovely healing and a lovely energy of forgiveness that we both got to share. And most of the time you don't get to have that with the other person, but you can write that letter even if you don't send it, right? And allow yourself to release it in the letter. You can even write the letter and simply burn it and ask for it to be complete. But when we hold on to things like that spin in our head and we stay mad about, we just think about it and we get mad. Those are all things that we do to hold on to energy. And when we hold on to energy, it gets stuck in our chakras, in our organs, in our tissues, and it starts to create emotional things to happen. Like we may have outbursts of anger, or we cry for no reason when we see a Hallmark commercial, or maybe, we start to have physical symptoms like high blood pressure, high cholesterol, or, back pain in the middle of our back between our shoulder blades, or trouble with our shoulders. Those are all symptoms of stuck energy in your heart chakra. And in a regular heartbeat or any of those things as well. Even breast cancer is stuck energy that's in the heart chakra. And that energy can be an emotional event. It can be a perception, and it can be a belief. You just might believe something that somebody feels some way about you, which may not even be true. and you may be holding on to that. And so this is why I guess forgiveness is coming up, because we all harbor, some, wrong, we've been wronged, or we've been slighted, or they did this to me kind of energy every so often. Maybe you don't hold on to it for very long, which would be so awesome. But if you've held on to anything, longer than a few days, then it may have gotten stuck in your energy body. And so that's why my spiritual team was talking about releasing it. Because right now, more than ever, our planet really needs us to move into our heart energy, to feel love and compassion for ourselves first, because when we talk negatively about ourselves, we put ourselves down, or we shame ourselves about how we look, or who we are, or what we do for a job, or if we blame ourselves for things that have gone wrong, or blame others, all of those things make our energy move down into our survival body. And when we're in survival mode, we don't have compassion for other people. And as light workers, because most of you are light workers, well, everybody is a light worker in their own way, but it's really key for us to keep our heart open and send as much love energy out as we can to the planet. So, it's one thing to feel it for the animals and the trees, which need our love and attention, but to be able to feel love for each and every person, that can be challenging at times, because we have judgments about their behavior. We have judgments about how they act, or who they are. And there are times when it's like, boy, I have to go deep to find the love for this one. So when we have that kind of energy going on, we really want to clear our own heart, because we can only receive as much love as we are able to feel for others. So the other thing that comes up is, how is love working its way in your personal relationships? Because maybe there's some forgiveness that needs to happen there as well. Because we hold on to those little things sometimes for a long time, or even the big things, you hold on to it, it's a resentment. And then the next time they do something that's even remotely the same, we lash out. And we lash out with that old hurt and that old pain. And that's why you can't be in the present moment. You can't be in just what's happening right now. You're bringing all of your old energy, all of the past, and projectile vomiting kind of all over the person. And you guys, I hope you know what I mean by that. The time when, your husband leaves his socks on the side of the bed and you just go off. The socks on the side of the bed wouldn't make you blow your temper on a regular day. You would just be like, hey, could you put those away, please? But when you have old stuff like, he didn't take out the trash, and he didn't change the cat litter, and he didn't, it's like boom, 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 boom. Then those socks become like nuclear warheads. Yeah, so Susan is saying, yes, backed up, starting with me, clogged and closed. Yes, it is so true for a lot of people. And that, I love that phrase, backed up. It is, it's like a drain, so that water, that love can't flow if your love supply is clogged with this old energy. You need some healing Drano to get in there. And we start with the energy of forgiveness. So we will do a healing meditation where we're going to tap into the forgiveness energy And with that, any self-love that, any parts of our energy body that could use some self-love, because kind of don't we all need that? And we'll just check in and see any places where you may harboring something energetically that could use a little forgiveness. And if you have a specific intention, you are totally welcome to do that during these healing meditations. If you know that, I had this fight with, my mother, I had this fight with, my spouse. I'm really, I haven't talked to my sister in blah, 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 how many years, or anything that you're holding on to. If it doesn't feel complete and there doesn't feel love attached to it anymore, you don't have to like the person, I guess is the best way I can say that. I have some people who last year I had some really traumatic things go on with, and getting to a place where, okay, they taught me a huge number of lessons, and releasing any more anger that I might have around that I am unaware of. Doesn't mean I'm going to, reach out and talk to them again. But it also can mean that if I run into them in the grocery store, I'm not going to want to run them over with my cart. You know what I mean? So you can just sort of see them and not get triggered. So that is for your well-being. It has nothing to do with them. And so being able to be in a place where, you could even see them or talk to them, and there wouldn't be this old anger and old resentment. And that's what I'm talking about forgiving. Because when we can release that, we're freer. Our energy is freer. It can flow more fully. And you can be more of who you are rather than caught up in the past, I guess is the best way to put that. Because I don't think anybody likes to be stuck in the past. They really want to move forward into their future.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So the clearing energy would like to start to happen, because I think I may have triggered a few of you already, which is totally fine. Because that's part of how that energy can come up and get cleared. So if there's a particular person, a particular event that you can't imagine forgiving, then that's one of the ones that you ought to take a look at. Even if we just release a little bit of energy so it's not as overpowering, think about it as taking care of your heart, so that your heart is here to take care of you, because it keeps us moving, guys. So we want it nice and open.
Yeah.
All right. So we're going to do the clearing for forgiveness. So I'm going to invite you to get yourself comfortable. If you're sitting, make sure your arms and your legs are uncrossed. We want to keep our circuits nice and open as the energy flows through.
Yeah. Yeah.
You want to call in the divine, however you experience that. So whether it is God or goddess or creator or the universe, consciousness, oneness, however you experience and connect with all that is, you can call that energy in for you right now.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And invite you to call in your spiritual team, your angels, your guides, your ancestors, star beings, your ascended masters or gods and goddesses, whoever and is on your spiritual team, just inviting them all in, not just the few that you know, but any who are available to help you in this moment.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And we set the intention that this healing is for the good of all and harm to none, including ourselves. And we ask the divine energy to surround and protect us in a bubble of infinite love and infinite light.
Yeah. Yeah.
And if you feel the need, you can create a second bubble around the room that you are in, just so you can feel contained and safe to allow yourself this opportunity to heal.
Yeah. Yeah.
And begin by allowing the energy to come in through your crown, connecting and opening.
Yeah.
And coming in through your third eye and clearing away any thoughts, ideas, beliefs, or patterns that you may be spinning in or holding on to. Especially any energy where healing would occur through forgiveness.
Yeah.
All the miscommunications, all the assumptions or judgments that were made
Yeah.
or continue to be made.
Yeah. Yeah.
And opening up your personal perception, your ability to have clarity in each and every moment, using all five senses and your intuition like a team.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And opening all the pathways of communication that you have with your spiritual team. The ways they send you messages, or you feel their presence, or you know things in a quick and easy way.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And opening up your ears so that you may hear fully what others are saying, and so that you may be heard fully when you are speaking your needs, your truth, your desires.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
And opening up your throat chakra, making room for all forms of your self-expression and releasing any words that were said in anger, either by you or to you, and just sending forgiveness in both directions.
Yeah.
Or any words that you did not say that you held on to.
Yeah.
That you wished you had said, or you blame yourself that you should have said.
Yeah.
And all the tension and the stress that holding on to that energy may have caused in the back of your neck.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And allowing that energy to move down your shoulders, releasing all the stress and the tension, the burdens and the responsibilities that you carry there, and giving yourself forgiveness for those times that you've taken on burdens that weren't yours to carry, and forgiving others who handed those burdens off to you, knowingly or unknowingly.
Yeah.
So that you can release any resentment you may have connected to that.
Yeah. Yeah.
And just allowing yourself to drop any of those burdens and responsibilities for the moment, even if you can't release them completely, but you don't need to hold them right in this second, because this second is for you and your own healing.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Beginning to move into the lungs and all the times you've held your breath in anxiousness and anger,
Yeah.
giving yourself space, room to breathe. And forgiving yourself for any situation that may have caused that to happen. In this moment right now,
Yeah.
there's no need to continue to hold it.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Reaching into your heart, feeling any disappointment, sadness, or grief that you may be carrying. Forgiving those who maybe passed before you were ready.
Yeah.
Before you got to have that conversation with them. So forgiving them, but forgiving yourself for waiting.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
and sending forgiveness to your inner child who's carried the woundedness from childhood for you.
Yeah.
Asking for forgiveness for your inner child, for having them carry your burdens for you, or for creating disappointment, not being able to play with them.
Yeah.
Have fun and wonderment and excitement with them.
Yeah.
Many times you've been cranky.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And connecting with that inner adult, asking for forgiveness for all the times you've overburdened yourself, created to-do lists that were nearly impossible to actually do, and all the overwhelm and stress that happened because of that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Releasing the adult from any extra responsibilities
Yeah.
that may still be carrying for you.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And connecting with your inner warrior and asking forgiveness for all the times that your warriors had to be hyper vigilant and ready to strike and react rather than just be.
Yeah.
And all the times that you've lashed out at other people when you didn't really mean it, or the times that others have lashed out at you and you felt the need to defend or attack back.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
And then connecting with your inner sage, your inner wise one, and asking forgiveness for all the times that you haven't checked in with your inner wisdom in situations,
Yeah.
that you've just used your head and not your heart to make decisions.
Yeah.
Used your worry or your stress to make decisions rather than your heart.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Then moving into your solar plexus right below your rib cage and really sending forgiveness to yourself. All the ways that you have doubted yourself, all the ways you have treated yourself unkindly.
Yeah.
I'm asking your body and your being for forgiveness, for forgetting that you are a divine child of God,
God,
that you are a creator, a magical being. Many times that you've treated yourself less than that.
God, God,
And forgiving those around you who have, in their own pain, treated you less than that.
God, 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 God,
Really breathe into that because there's quite a bit of that.
God, 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 God,
And all the ways that you've treated others as less than a divine being happens with all of us.
God,
But releasing your energy from their self-esteem and asking that their energy be released from yours so that your heart can be full of you with no one else's conditions placed upon it.
God, God, God,
And looking into those pockets of judgment energy when we have judged other people, maybe correlating their behavior with who they are,
God, God,
or the ways that that has happened with you.
God, God,
Releasing any resentment that you or another may be holding about that, or any assumptions that you've made because of it.
God,
And any old fear that may have created situations for anger and resentment to occur.
yeah, yeah,
And forgiving yourself for any feelings that you thought were bad, either ones that others had or ones that you had. The feelings are simply your radar, letting you know the situation and the environment that you're in elicits a response. And that's all it is.
God, 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 God,
It's quite a bit of that, huh? And then moving down into your second chakra and sending forgiveness out to all your relationships that you have ever had. For any miscommunication, any misunderstanding, whether it was experienced by you or by the other person.
yeah,
and any feelings of being wronged. Even if you have every right to have that feeling, just forgiving yourself for being in that situation.
God, God,
And even forgiving the other for being in that situation with you.
God, God, God,
And forgiving yourself for any ways that you have abused your own body. Ways you haven't taken care of it. Ways you haven't made sure to get your needs met.
God, God, God,
And moving down into your first chakra below your tailbone and really clearing any last areas of forgiveness. Energy that may create a sensation of not being safe, whether it's around money or food or shelter or your family of origin or the environment that you grew up in. Just really allowing the forgiveness to radiate through in all of those dimensions.
God,
Forgiving yourself for being in situations where your safety may have been in question,
God,
or your response to others that may have created a feeling of insecurity within you.
God,
Allowing all of the forgiveness to move all the way down your legs and to take root in the earth, well below your feet. Imagine your feet and your roots going miles and miles into the earth. Sending forgiveness out through the earth as well. Asking for forgiveness for the way we have disrespected our grandmother, where we have polluted and destroyed resources, or hurt the other creatures on this plane.
yeah,
Really just allowing that to spread all the way out. Just imagine if you could forgive the entire planet in this one moment. How would that shift the vibration? And what would happen if the planet loved you back? If it took care and nurtured?
God,
And now take a moment to move back into your heart. Feel deep within it. And see if there's any more nooks and crannies where love, light, and compassion could fill, could spread, could release all the clogged energy that may be in there, giving you more space to breathe. And compassion for yourself. And love to be given, to be received.
God,
Really allowing the heart energy to overflow. And just be spread throughout your body, on your arms, into your hands, all the way up to the top of your head and to the tips of your toes. Just taking a moment to be love.
God,
And send love and gratitude to your spiritual team for guiding you through this and giving you a little more peace in your life and in your body.
yeah,
And gently begin to bring your awareness back to this moment, to your body. You can stretch and yawn and wiggle your fingers and toes and feel the weight of your muscles and your bones connecting with the chair or the floor, however you, or the bed, however you may be in this moment.
God, yeah,
Nice. Welcome back. Hi, Cindy Lynn. I'm glad you got here. Hi, Ingrid. I'm very happy that you are enjoying the meditation. So as we, think about creating forgiveness, sometimes we need the reminder, sometimes we need support. And those of you who know me or have watched this a few times before, I channel healing recipes, healing remedies with essential oils. They come in when I touch people generally, when I'm doing a healing for someone. The recipe just downloads. And then sometimes those recipes are universal, that they're meant to be shared with other people. And so for forgiveness, there's a couple of remedies that I have. The first one is simply for the heart chakra, for chakra 4, and that helps fill and repair anything that may be going on in the heart chakra. But the one that is beautiful, there's two that are really beautiful for this. There is a spiritual blend that is Mother Mary. It connects to Mother Mary. It allows her energy to flow through you in a fuller way. And the healing energy, the love and compassion that she holds is, magnificent. And so she is so good at restoring that and healing that. And there is also one that is specific for grief. If you have grief, that is what is getting triggered in the forgiveness. There is a blend for grief as well. And then the last one that works really lovely on this heart forgiveness, kind of energy is on the spiritual blend. That's Archangel Raphael. And Raphael is all about healing any aspect of you. And so when you use the oil, again, it helps you to connect to his energy, and it has the intention of spreading healing throughout your system and your body. So those are all ways that you can support yourself as you're moving through this part of your healing journey. Thank you, Neshi. She's got my website up there. So it's trinityhealingsanctuaries.com. That's a huge one for us. And that's where all the blends can be found. You can purchase them. We send them out really quickly because we want to make sure that you get there and you get the healing that you need. Hi, Jacqueline. Nice to see you. And, you know, for those of you who'd like an opportunity to dive more fully into heart healing or healing this type of energy, I will be at Star Nations Academy. And I'll be there October 5th through the 7th. And this is an entire weekend where we delve into what may be stuck in the heart chakra. And we do healing, we do small groups, we do one-on-ones, and it is all about taking the energy and really delving in and releasing things that are stopping us on our spiritual path, stopping us in our life, because we get caught in that old energy and it really impedes who we are. And so this is a very experiential weekend. It's very similar to what I teach at my school, Trinity School of Mystical Energy Healing. And I'll be offering healing sessions as well on Friday the 5th and Monday the 8th. I only have 8 appointments open because I have to be reasonable with my energy and my time. But you do not have to take the class to sign up for one of those healing slots. But it is an opportunity. I don't come out to the Midwest very often, so it's an opportunity for you to see me in person rather than traveling out here to the East Coast. And so, you know, with that, you know, really, you know, be gentle with yourself today if you felt things shifting and moving, because all of these unexpressed feelings that may have been trapped in there, or any energy around events or trauma, you know, it can stir things up. But know that that's a good thing. That means that things are ready to go, that you don't have to hold on to them any longer. And so be gentle with yourself and drink a lot of water, because you want to keep all of this energy flowing. And water is the key, right, for all things to flow in our lives. And so we want to keep our heart open and moving in this loving and gentle manner. And, you know, one of my last things, I guess, to share about that is, you know, this is all about your healing journey, about taking care of yourself, releasing the feeling that somebody did something to you. You don't have to stay a victim in that energy any longer. And this is what healing ourselves can do, because we can empower ourselves in our own lives by taking charge of this vessel in this moment. And I would love to help you with that. So if you need any guidance or healing, or, you know, just need an ear, feel free to message me through the Chakra Sessions page. And I get back and I check that quite regularly. I will be going on vacation next week, so I might be a little less, reliable for a few days while I'm at the ocean. But with that, you guys, please join me tomorrow night for Soul Connections at 7 p.m. and join Neshi this evening at 8 p.m. Eastern. I cannot remember the topic, Neshi. I'm terrible at it. But her show, Communications from Home, will be on this evening. And if not, join me tomorrow night for Soul Connections, where I will do healing and messages, so you can get a card to get some guidance on what's going on in your life. And with that, you guys, I hope you have a lovely, lovely rest of your day, and stay cool for those of you who are in this heat with me. All right. Bye, guys.